rock.
Jimmy Juice Podcast, man.
Let's go.
Figgy Feed, best in the world, that's what he do, know what I'm talking about. Ryan Rock, born and raised in the H-Town, Houston, Texas. Know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Let's go, in the jacuzzi, smoking threats, I got my feet up, cut them haters off, I told them beat it, I don't need you, spent 50 racks in cash, but it's all good, I got my visa, this rolling gun, I'm staring at me like the Mona Lisa, my ghetto, nine Keisha, I beat it like a creature, she always like my sneakers, these Jordan 5 pink aces, let's go, I'm knocking them down back to back in the row, he really the one,
But they already know.
so all of my chains go put on the show.
Giving up gins, sipping my juice. Counting the beans, addicted to ends. Need to back in on whatever I do. We get it in on the daily. I get it rocking like this with the 80. We really 10-toe down on the pavement. What's up? We about to see what they saying.
Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Let's go. Gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Go, let's go.
What do you have to say to everyone if we still consider the Astros cheaters?
You what we call a tender dick nigga.
I told you.
You what we call a tender dick nigga.
For the pain out the Cleveland late last evening.
Oh yeah.
I told you. You did this. Guilty as fuck.
Look at my African American over here. Look at him. Look at my African American over here. Look at him.
Well, I think you on mute. Let me unmute. I think I can mute you. There.
Wait.
There you go.
Am I good?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
sorry
good.
about that. Speaking of Trump, I saw him today. He was on the World Cup draw, which I guess they made a huge event out of.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people. Shaq and Kevin Hart and fucking Tom Brady were there. And I get that it's in America this year or next year, but it was very, I don't know, it was very silly and extra long too. And Trump was there. He gave a little speech. He was talking about how soccer is really the real football and how American football should be called something else. So yeah, I wonder how his fan base feels about that. But anyway, we move on. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Gyms and Juice podcast. We back at it for a December edition, man. Little bit to talk about. Some things been transpiring. Got to cover the Texans, of course. But first out, let's do a little wellness check. Figgy, how you holding up, man?
Man, I'm holding up pretty good, man. Feeling a lot better with the season going on because I think the last time we was on here, we thought it was over, but
Yeah.
now everybody talking about Super Bowls and all that shit now. So, nah, man, I'm feeling good. Heading into the holiday. The holiday was good. Thanksgiving was good. So, nah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, same here, man. I'm starting to get a little worn down by this weather already, man. Got to adjust to it. I don't think it's so much the cold. It's more like the overcast days of like no sunlight that's starting to get to me, man.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get that seasonal depression starting to kick in a little bit. I couldn't even sleep last night. I fucking stayed up and just read and watched some bullshit. So I'm trying to snap out of that. My Thanksgiving was good, man. Chill with the family, have some good food. So yeah, doing pretty well. And yeah, the Texans, man, got to start off with that. Early in the season, we thought the Colts were gonna run away with this with the division. And Texans were going to maybe play for a wild card spot. But now I don't know, man. I think the Colts kind of looking a little fraudulent.
Yeah.
Got to get that a little diamond tester, get the diamond tester, make sure their shit ain't fake, because I don't know, man. The Texans on a 4-game win streak. I believe they're 7-5, and the Jaguars and Colts are tied at 8-4.
Yeah.
Ahead of for 1 and 2, the 1 and 2 seeds.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Colts still have some more division games to play. I think they play the Jaguars twice.
Yeah, they play the Jags.
So,
they play the Jags on Sunday.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's looking a little rough for them, man. I don't know. Maybe it was all some cupcake shit they were doing. They ain't have no real test going on. But since we're here now, since the Texans are making a little run, let's update our predictions, man. What do you think? Where do you think the Texans end up? They still have, let's see the schedule. They got the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. Cardinals, Raiders, Chargers, and Colts left. What is your prediction for the remainder of the Texans season? Do you think they win a division? Do you think they make the playoffs? Do you think things come crashing down? Or do you think this defense and CJ Stroud lead us to the promised land?
Honestly, man, I think they got a good chance to make the playoffs. I'm just not sure if they can. I think no doubt if they win like 3 games, I think they can make the playoffs. And I think it's 3 winnable games. I think this game against the Chiefs is winnable. But the only thing that worried me is the offense. Like I know they doing just enough to carry so the defense can carry the team. But man, I just think I think you can't fool around like that with a team like the Chiefs, man. And I know they ain't been having a good year. They probably gonna miss the playoffs, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
They got to win all out. But I think you can't do that with like the Chiefs. Obviously, the Colts gonna be a tough matchup. The Chargers, they not a bad squad, but I think they probably gonna. I think they gonna be close to missing out to the point where they probably need some help. So I think it might be that, because I feel like the way to win it is probably the wild card. I got to look at the standings, but I think they're gonna be real close. But I think the offense got to really pick up, man. And I ain't sitting here saying they got to score 30 points a game and all that shit. I think them days are over for this year at least. But man, when you in the red zone, man, you got to fucking score a touchdown. You can't just kick no field goal. I think they got to score. And if they start doing that, then I'm comfortable with them getting into the playoffs. And honestly, I feel like they could be a threat in the playoffs, because the major teams they had trouble with ain't looking like no threat, and they might not make the playoffs. So, yeah, I don't know if I even answered the question, but I think I'm gonna say they will make. I think they will make the playoffs, but I think they need a lot of help. I think they need the Colts to obviously lose. The Jags, they kind of been up and down. I think they got to take a couple losses too. But I'm gonna say they're gonna squeak in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree with the defense. And what's up, Matt? See you on YouTube, man. Matt says defense is deadly, but the offense might be the Achilles heel. Yeah, and that's the issue. That's what I've been saying for weeks now. I think if they can keep a team to 2 touchdowns and under, then they have a chance to win every game. If a team gets 3 touchdowns or more, they have no chance to win. I feel like that point, because this offense can't even score in the red zone, let alone lead a team consistently down the field to get into a scoring opportunity. So, yeah, it's tough. We got to keep Kaimi healthy. We got to I don't know if the red zone issues are fixable at this point. It's getting late in the season, man. The Joe Mixon dream is officially dead. I feel they need to go ahead and just announce that shit so people can just be over it. But yeah, man, you never know in the NFL. I'm glad to see the team rally together after everybody kind of counted them out. early on. So it proves that they got some dogs on this team, man, especially on defense. I think it's arguably the best defense in the NFL. But you got to score points too, man. You got to get touchdowns in this league. And I really want to see how this Chief game shakes out, because the Chiefs are to us what we are to the Bills. I feel like the Bills are a good team, but Josh Allen just crumbles when he plays the Texans in this defense. And I feel like we've been the same with the Chiefs for several quarterbacks now, going back to Deshaun Watson in the playoffs. So they are our main op, I feel. They always got our number, it seems like. And on the biggest national stage, Sunday Night Football, the Texans got to get it done to let everybody know they ain't fucking around with the remainder of the season. So looking forward to it.
Don't embarrass us in front of the hoes, man.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Get it close, man. No more Christmas Ravens game on Netflix.
Yeah,
no more of that, please. Keep it close at least.
Hey, I was proud of them when they played the Bills on Thursday Night Football, man.
Yeah, me too.
Had us looking good, man, to the point everybody was talking about this thing. I'm glad that happened to Josh Allen and the Bills, because if they just played the Raiders, then they wouldn't have got that much love. But it was the simple fact that they sacked Josh Allen 8 times, which was a career high, and they just had that team looking awful. And I think that at that point, I think everybody started saying, hey, look out for the Texans. So I think they definitely got a chance. They just got to score, man. I'm not asking them to put up 35 or nothing like that, man. If you could at least get 21 points, that's like you probably will win the game. Your defense will take care of the rest. But man, when you get in the red zone, like turnovers, and then they already in the red zone, you got to score a touchdown. It can't be no 3 and out and a field goal.
Yeah, 4th and 1 and can't convert. 2 tush pushes go nowhere. Shit like that got to stop, man.
Yeah,
we need to really rethink what we're doing on offense, because you can't make those mistakes against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. You can't make those mistakes and expect to get anywhere in the playoffs, no matter how good the defense is. So we'll see. Looking forward to it. Matt says this game is the best opportunity they have to beat the Chiefs. It's going to be a time to show whether we're for real or not. Yeah, I think this is the year the Chiefs we got to snuff them out, man. We have to. You got to go ahead and cut their dreams short and let everybody know that it's a new dynasty. I'm not going to go that far, but it's a new time. Yep. Time to put these old dogs down. I know Pat Mahomes ain't that old, but, Travis Kelce about to retire. So time to put him away for good, man. We'll see how it goes, but I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. And yeah, so predictions, I think the Texans will get the wild card probably. I just feel like it's too much to expect the Jaguars and Colts to collapse at the same time. I mean, hopefully it happens, but they got the lead on us, and I think they'll sneak in with the wild card, because you look at these wild card standings, and the AFC North is ass, man. I didn't realize the Ravens were leading the division at 6-6.
Yep.
And you got the Steelers behind us at 6-6 for the wild card as well. Chiefs are there, Dolphins at 5-7. So yeah, I think they gave that wild card, but I don't know if the Jaguars and Colts just collapse and both give up the lead. So, but we'll see. Looking forward to it. And yeah, man. So stay, of course, tapped into Sports Radio 6 and all that to hear everything going down, man.
Yeah.
Any Rockets news? I haven't been keeping up with the Rockets, man. Even though I'm repping the fucking shit. Anything new with them? Did you hear about I've heard some fans on Twitter. Okay, I heard one fan on Twitter say he wants to get Chris Paul, who was sent home from the Clippers during his retirement tour.
Hey, that's a story itself, man. That shit. That news broke in the middle of the night. It felt like, and then it's just like Chris Paul is no longer a part of this team. I was just like, what? That was it felt shady, and I know some more stuff been coming out talking about he been kind of
Beefing with
negative.
Ty Lue, yeah.
Yeah, but it seemed real shady because it's like he rolled out this whole retirement tour, and then it's like, hey, you could go and retire right now, man. Like, you ain't got to stay here. You ain't got to do no tour. You can peace out now. So that to me, that remind me of in radio when you find another job and you say, oh, yeah, I'll be leaving in 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden, they were like, Ashley, we want you to leave now.
Yeah, you come in the next day and your car don't work.
Yeah.
They
like,
bring
yeah.
all your stuff outside. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it was.
Feel like that shit with Lane Kiffin just now, man. So so yeah, man. Matt says Saturday afternoon slot on Wild Card Weekend, aka the Texans Invitational. Yep. The official Texans playoff spot. Always gonna be the Saturday game. So yeah, we'll see how that shakes out, man.
Might as well own that spot at this point.
It's official now, man. The same way the Astros always had that midday spot. I can't remember what was it, Saturday too. I can't remember, but it was they always had the midday spot for that fucking wild card game.
Yeah, or it'd be on a Friday or some shit.
Yeah,
at 1:30.
At 1 o'clock. Yeah,
yeah.
Like what the fuck? So, yeah, man. Oh yeah, Chris Paul shit was crazy. I think it's wild that he must have really pissed people off because even if he got a bad attitude, that's still one of the best players ever for your franchise. And even though he didn't win a ring, he's one who made y'all relevant for years. And it's kind of crazy he's getting done like that, but what can you do?
Yeah. Nah, it's crazy. And then I didn't even realize how bad they were, man. They like 5-16.
Yeah.
So I was surprised Ty Lue ain't get fired or be on the hot seat. It's just like, man, they threw Chris Paul under the bus like he was the reason why. Like, man, I think it's more to it than Chris Paul.
Dog, I didn't realize that OKC has their pick next year.
I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, so if they're asked and get the number 1 pick, you got OKC who could repeat as champions, then that's some Celtics shit back in the 80s when they got Len Bias.
Yeah.
They could win a championship and get the first round pick, the first overall pick next year, which is insane.
Yeah.
So
what's crazy is OKC, I want to say they lost 1 game this year.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, how is that even like that don't even sound right. Yeah, they 21-1.
Crazy, man.
They won 13 straight.
I'm behind that flopping ass fucking Shea Gilgeous.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Games change, man. But yeah, looking forward to the rest of the season. And the Rockets, I think they're doing pretty well after starting 0-2. I don't think they've lost consecutive games since then. Do you feel a certain type of way about your brother from Akron ending his double-digit streak that went from 2007 to last night?
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel no type of way about it, to be honest. But I do feel like this is towards the end where I'm like, this ain't the same LeBron. Like, say what you want. I feel comfortable saying that now. Because at first he was kind of like the Tom Brady, where as soon as you criticize him, this dude throwing 400 yards and all that shit. But I think it's fair to say, man, that's not the same LeBron. The Lakers was rolling without LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
And he just, look, he's putting up points that probably no other 41-year-old can do or can make and all that. But this ain't the same dominant LeBron that we've seen over the years. So to me, that kind of tell you maybe he probably got like a year or maybe another year left. But this definitely ain't the same LeBron. And I wouldn't be surprised if he roll out his retirement tour maybe next year or something. But this definitely ain't the same LeBron. The injuries and all that stuff, because this dude was never injured like that.
Yeah.
And now it's just random like foot injuries. Just like, damn, a foot injury.
Arthritis and all this shit. Like, damn.
Yeah. So I think it's kind of sad to see. I'm being tongue in cheek by saying sad, but it's kind of sad to a point where I'm like, damn, I remember when he came in the league. And then now it's just like, damn, the LeBron era is ending. So that's the sad part about it. I know he's fine, but the sad part is like, damn, I remember when the LeBron era started, and now we towards the end where that streak ended, and now it's like, man, who do you go to after that? And shoot, we had that conversation before, where it's like, who is taking over? Who's the new YNs that's taking over the league? And I don't even or even move the needle. And I have no answer to that, man. Because it ain't SGA. He ain't no must-watch TV. I don't care what y'all say. I ain't sitting there like, yeah, I got to, he's playing tonight. I got to see what he do. I don't know if it's anybody out there like that outside of the, maybe Luka is must-watch, but he ain't even that much of a must-watch to me.
Nah, I think the foreign players are going to have a tough time too. Like Wemby can be that guy, but number one, he plays on the Spurs, which is not a nationally popular team, and he's French, right? So
yeah,
these foreign players have a little tougher getting over with the American audience. And look, I think the next LeBron probably ain't in the league yet. I think if there is a next LeBron, I don't even know if it's possible. I don't think anybody. I think this is the end of somebody playing at this level for this long. I don't think we'll ever see this again because nobody's even close to the longevity that LeBron has had in the game. I think about it, man. He's been playing since I was a junior in high school, sophomore in high school, and I'm almost 40.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else who will be playing that long, man. We see people get injuries and they just build up, and usually by their mid-30s they done. They're in the big three.
Yeah.
chopping up with Ice Cube. Yeah. So yeah, for him to still be playing, I know he's kind of packed it in now. That's actually another question I have for you. We can safely assume this is not LeBron's last season. But let's imagine that next season is when he calls it quits. Do you think he'll stay on the Lakers, or do you think he'll go somewhere else, preferably maybe back to Cleveland to wrap it up? Because I feel like there's been reports about the relationship with the Lakers being shaky. I feel like they kind of want to move on from him, and they focus on the Luka era. And he, I think, feels a certain type of way about them bringing Luka in to begin with. So do you think he actually has his retirement tour on the Lakers where he's not even the main star of the team anymore? Or do you think he goes somewhere else and has it all to himself, like in Cleveland where he's back home and all this shit? How do you think it wraps up for him?
I think it will wrap up with him possibly going back to Cleveland. Because I think the big thing is, I think LeBron was looking for another contract. And the Lakers, look, this ain't no hometown discount. You ain't from LA. So this is a business for them, man. They felt like it's not smart to pay him this money. And, we move. They already moving forward. You could tell how they kind of moving stuff around. They're looking ahead. So they're not. It ain't no GM LeBron going on saying get my old friends and let's try to win a championship. I think them days are over, and I think LeBron is probably. I think right now he can't do anything about it. He took that opt-in, which is funny because usually people opt out to kind of to get that extra contract and all that stuff, but he opt in to take that $52 million or whatever it was, but. I could 100% see him going back to Cleveland just as a retirement tour because he'll get the most love there. he won't get any love. I don't think he's gonna get any love anywhere else. I don't know if it's gonna be the same love in Miami. I don't think he's trying to go back there. The Lakers he'd probably get the second most love with the Lakers because that's the other team he went to, but it won't be that retirement tour that he probably wants. So I think I could see him going back to Cleveland at some point. And I don't know how good he's gonna be. He probably just gonna be I don't want to be disrespectful and call him an extra body out there.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't gonna be that LeBron averaging 27, 8, and 8 on a nightly basis. It's probably gonna be a lot of load management. He probably ain't gonna be playing no 40 minutes a night. He probably gonna be playing probably cut that in half, maybe about 25 to 30 minutes. Probably no back-to-back games and all that other stuff. It's probably gonna be like that. But I think not only do I think it's gonna happen, I think that's the right move for him. If he want to have that retirement tour going, I think the right move is to end it how you started it. Just go back to Cleveland. Don't try to knock him over the head. Don't try to look for this big old contract and all that stuff. Just make your way back there and, end it like that. I think that's probably the best way. I'm sure. I think if I ain't mistaken, I think he probably shooting some content too. Probably gonna make it a documentary.
Oh, of course.
And that documentary gonna look silly if he's in a Lakers uniform. And they don't even rock with him like that, man. they don't even look at him in that type of way as one of the great Lakers. So I think it makes sense for him to go back to Cleveland.
Yeah, I think that would be for the best for him. He's always going to be loved there, no matter what issues he got with Dan Gilbert and that front office, man. Like, he got them their only championship thus far. He's from there or from the area, and I think that'll be best for him. It will be weird to have a NBA without LeBron. It felt weird when Kobe retired, even though I was not a Kobe fan. I'm not a LeBron fan either, but it'll feel weird to have an NBA without LeBron. So
yeah,
I got to mentally prepare for that.
And remember, we talked about it, man. Like, what is ESPN going to talk about when it comes to the NBA? Who is that person that they could just say, "Oh, LeBron did this," or "LeBron said this"? I don't know anybody else in the NBA where they could just put that name on the screen and just do 4 or 5 segments on that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be rough, man. I think we'll also find out, starting this season when football season wraps up, what will be the headline leading story with NBA news. Usually it's LeBron did this, LeBron did that. But when the NFL season is over, are you going to lead I guess there's the stories about the trades, which are always popular. The whole Giannis leaving Milwaukee, which is a big story right now. I heard somebody say the Rockets should trade out Segun and a bunch of people to get him. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Yeah. All right. But that'll, I think mainly we'll see NBA trade talks and trade theories more so than, LeBron this or whatever player said this or Ja Morant did this. Nobody cares about these players like that. So I think it's more so, hey, is so-and-so going to the Lakers? Is so-and-so going to Boston? It'll be that type of shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. But, yeah, going to be weird to have the NBA without LeBron, man. We'll see how that goes. Are you liking the new NBA stuff in general, though? Oh, speaking of which, for people who didn't see, I did see there's a new streaming app for Rockets games and Astros games, $19.99 a month, and you don't have to have cable. You can watch all the local games. So I'm glad that's starting to exist now, because that was one of the most annoying things about trying to follow Astros and Rockets. I would have to bootleg it. I'll just stream it off some goofy site with a bunch of ads, because I'm not going to fucking get DirecTV for one channel. Yeah. So are you going to get that?
I'm glad you brought that up, because originally when we talked about it on the show, and I'm like, they were kind of explaining it. I'm like, that actually sounds like a good idea because when you get NFL ticket and all that stuff, I think that shit is like $200 a year. You know what I mean? And this one, I think is about that price, but maybe $19.99 a month.
Yeah.
I think a total would be like $2 something for the year. And you get in Rockets and Astros. So I'm like, man, that would have been about 200 just for one or the other. You know what I mean? And I think I thought that was a good idea because a lot of times I always said this. My issue with cable is I only watch like maybe 3 or 4 channels. So if I could buy those specific channels that I only watch, I would be fine with it. But of course, they don't make it like that. But I'm like, man, if I could just pay for ESPN a la carte or FS1 a la carte, and then whatever channel the Astros and Rockets play on, I'm cool. I don't need all this other stuff. And I think it's smart that they did it like this because a lot of people are are staying away from cable, man. And I think it's not gonna get any better. And I don't know if they just trying to cut out the bootleggers or what, but to me, this seemed like it's way easier because I know a lot of people that pay for I think it's Food TV or something like that.
Fubo, yeah.
Yeah, and they like, man, I only getting this because of the Astros and Rockets. And it's like, man, they can, and I'm sure, I don't know if the Rockets and Astros getting a cut of that, but why not make your own app and charge people directly and just charge kind of like a streaming service? So I think that's 100% worth it, man.
Yeah, I think people are just getting streaming fatigue where they're like, well, if you add up Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and this sports thing and ESPN, it's way more than cable. It's like, okay, but number one, people who have cable also have streaming apps. Yeah. So they're already paying way more. I think people have not had cable in so long they forgot how expensive it is.
Dude, it's like $20 a month, man.
Yes. And then if you add on the movie channels and shit, it's even more.
Yeah.
So I think you could still, if you get like one movie streaming app and then ESPN and the local streaming, you're going to come out way cheaper than getting a cable package with that same shit. So
yeah, because when you think about it, if you had cable, you still don't have Netflix. I mean, maybe some cable got some stuff where you get free Netflix or something like that, but you don't get all that stuff, man. You still got to buy HBO Max. You still got to buy Hulu and all the other stuff. And we like those streaming services because of the convenience. How we could just go to a show and watch it. And, you know, you could do all that type of stuff. So I think if you think about it like this, you getting a whole season of NBA Rockets and MLB Astros from an app for $20 a month. Like I don't think you can beat that, man.
Nah, you really can't, man. And they used to have stuff like that where if you have cable, you get, for example, HBO Max used to be HBO Go. You used to get that for free if you had like a cable subscription or Direct TV. So I used to use my parents because they have Direct TV. I used to use their login and get HBO Max for free, and then they stopped it. So now I gotta fucking pay. Now I haven't used HBO Max since. I'm not gonna go from having it free to pay for it. Yeah. But yeah, man, streaming is, you know, I think people just have to realize you don't have to have everything. Yeah. You just get the essentials, and it'll still be cheaper. But I do get people who are like, man, another streaming thing. Now I have another thing to pay for. Now I gotta pay for ESPN for this bullshit. Now I gotta pay for this and this and this. But you don't have to have everything, man. All right. Yeah. Just get the bare essentials. If you're a sports fan, get the sports shit. And it's not that. It's still cheaper than cable.
Yeah. No, like I said, I think it's a good deal because, you know, thankfully you got the Astros and Rockets on that same channel. because you had some other teams. I think the Guardians have their own network. They not even with, like Fox Sports or anything like that. So, and that's only them, and you probably paying $19.99 a month for that just to get that one team. So I think it's cool. I'm actually surprised it's this cheap, if we being honest, because they could definitely hit you over the head and say, "Hey, we got two different teams here." So this could easily be $40 a month.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good deal that way, because Fubo is like, I want to say it's more than that. Fubo, because you get more channels and all that stuff. You get, if you cut that out, that's true. That's extra $20. So it's very. I will say it is irritating that, hey, we got another app you can buy to watch this, but that's the way of the world now, man. That's how it is. But I think it's still better than paying $200 a month for cable, and you only watching just those two channels anyway.
Yeah. And speaking of which, I guess we'll transition into that now. Some more streaming shit. Speaking of HBO and HBO Max and all this and Netflix, Netflix has purchased Warner Brothers for $82.7 billion. So that's Warner Brothers Discovery, which includes HBO Max, which includes all their movies, their DC stuff, and all the movies that Warner Brothers
Harry
puts
Potter,
out. Yep, Game of Thrones, of course, all that shit. It's going to be on Netflix. So it kind of feels like the streaming war is now officially over. I mean, I think there was a time when everybody was trying to put out their own streaming app. I used to see new shit all the time, like the Stars app, the MGM Grand app. I'm like, what the fuck? I think Netflix, it's clear that Netflix is going to win this war. They were the first to come out, and they're going to be the last one standing, it seems like.
Yeah.
So I think Amazon will still be around because they're Amazon.
Yeah, Disney, Hulu still be around.
Disney will be around too, but I think they will. I think Disney might merge with Netflix, honestly, at this point.
That wouldn't surprise me. I was just about to say one of the others probably going to merge with each other, get married.
Because Disney has to be, like, if you had to cut a streaming app, let's say you had them all and you had to cut one, I feel like Disney is the easiest one to cut. Because honestly, how often do people watch Disney Plus?
Yeah, unless you got kids. But like, I don't watch it at all, man. And I think a lot of people had Disney Plus because they subscribed to Hulu and they in bed together. So that's all under ABC and all that. Yeah, I was watching Disney Plus for a little bit just because of the Marvel show, the movies and shows. But outside of that, I don't watch Marvels all the time. So yeah, man, I definitely don't need that. I feel like, do you feel like Amazon will probably be the one that will, I don't want to say just sell out, but probably say, hey, I'll give you this catalog for maybe a couple M's or something like that, maybe 500 million to merge with Netflix or Disney. Because I want, do you feel like, do you feel like they could just survive on their own? Because I know they got the NFL, they got the NBA now, but I wonder, because I feel like it's just going to be those three standing. It's just going to be Netflix, Hulu / Disney, and Amazon. I think those going to be the last three standing. Do you feel like they're going to stand on their own, or they going to eventually roll over to Disney? I feel like they, if I had to pick a spot, they probably lean over to Disney, because that's a little ESPN-ish and all that stuff.
Nah, I think Amazon's going to stand strong. I think they've invested a lot into sports now. They've got Thursday Night Football. They've got the NBA now. I think they've dug their feet, and I think Amazon's trying to control the world Honestly, I think they're going for global domination, man. And Netflix is just as big as Netflix is. Netflix is just movies and TV shows.
They are.
Amazon.
Wait, Netflix are trying to get into the sports thing. You see, L. Duncan is going over there.
Yeah.
I don't even know exactly what they doing with that. But it seems like they trying to get into the world of sports too. I don't know how that's gonna go, but it seems like they trying to get into that too.
I don't think they can outbid Amazon for shit, man. I think if Amazon, I saw some shit a few weeks ago that said Amazon is going to start selling cars. Like you can just get cars. You can get eventually you'll be able to get everything on Amazon. They've already got pharmacies. They've already got all this shit.
Groceries.
So yeah, groceries. So eventually Amazon will control our very lives. We'll be living in Amazon homes. I think they're going for global domination, man.
You know what's crazy? I was sitting there watching Thursday Night Football last night, and just watching the commercial, they were showing the ninja or something, and then it popped up on my screen. You want to add this to your cart?
Yep.
I'm like, let me do it just for shits and giggles. I'm like, damn, that is crazy. That's the type of world we in now. Yeah. Remember back in the day, you see something on the commercial, like, "Ooh, I want to get that," and you just kind of dream about it a little bit.
Yeah, you got to call a 1-800 number or some shit.
Yeah,
to order something.
Now you could just hit a little button and be like, "Okay, I'll add that to the cart, get it right now." And they rolling, and Amazon. I don't know if you've seen this. Amazon rolling out the whole 30-minute orders, or if you order something, I guess it's a new plan outside of the Amazon Prime, and you could get whatever you order in 30 minutes.
That's wild.
Yeah, in 30 minutes. And I saw that, I guess this is where they're gonna have the drone flying around and just dropping it off at your house.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, we really living in the Jetsons now, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if they also took over like some DoorDash type thing and started doing deliveries from restaurants. So I think Amazon is going to end up controlling the world, man. So to answer your question, I think Amazon stands strong. They've got the money for it. I think they're richer than basically every company at this point. Maybe Google has more, but they're going to stand strong. They're going to be one of the last ones, if not the last one standing. At the end of all this, I think. So, yeah, I do think I could see Disney, Hulu folding to one of them, but I don't see Amazon folding. They haven't given up anything they've really started since really they started blowing up. So, yeah.
I'm surprised Netflix is lasting this long, man.
Yeah.
Because, shoot, I mean, it's been years since we've been talking about their content going down and what are they doing? And I think they started putting ads on Netflix and all this other stuff. And then they got in bed with the NFL. They had the NFL game on Netflix, and now they get more into the sports world. And now they just bought Warner Brothers, which is a big fucking deal. So yeah, I think they probably gonna be the last three standing.
Yeah, I can see it. They do keep jacking up the rate of the subscription, which I wonder how long people will put up with that. Now, to be fair, if the subscription for Netflix is less than HBO Max and Netflix combined, it's still a good deal. If they end up putting all the HBO Max shit on Netflix, they probably will do. So it's a good deal, but still, it sucks every year seeing that fucking email pop up saying, "Hey, just notice we're raising the price of the brick going up again." So
yeah,
it sucks, but what can you do, man? It's the future.
Yeah, and I'm just. What's crazy is I feel like the person that's in last place is Apple.
Yeah,
ain't nobody.
Yeah,
and I like Apple TV a lot, man. They got some good shows on there. I like their production. But it seems like they in dead last, man, even with the sports stuff. Like ain't nobody watching no MLB on Apple TV like that, man. It feel like they in last place.
Yeah, with the MLS, no offense to the MLS, but yeah, that's not gonna drive people to subscribe to you, man. I think Apple is just holding on with the dominance of the iPhone.
Yeah.
So they better hope Amazon don't put out a phone or some shit. Like they don't get stepped on in the phone market. But
Yeah.
I think they're really just coasting off the success of the iPhone and people buying a new one every so and so years. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I do think that's actually taken away from Disney. Apple might be the one to cut if you had that. But then again, they have Apple Music too. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, but as far as their streaming stuff, I wonder if they will eventually say, "Hey, let's just partner up with this person." And
Yeah.
just kind of get it out the way, because I wonder what's their return on investment when it comes to Apple TV. Because man, like they got baseball. It seemed like all the other three people, they buying up all the NFL, NBA. And so I wonder what's the ROI when it comes to what they doing. Like I said, I like Apple TV, man. I like the shows on there. I like the way they shoot everything. I feel like it's legit, but it seemed like they just kind of in last place, man.
Yeah, I always feel like Apple and also Apple TV are for bougie people. You know, people who sip tea with their pinky out. And like, I don't have Netflix. I have Apple TV. Have you seen?
It's some hipster shit, man. It's like, oh, I'm watching this really exquisite show on Apple TV.
Yeah, it's only in French.
Yeah.
It's called Dances with Foxes or some shit like that. Some goofy sounding pretentious shit. Like, yeah, I watch it. It's a great new show on Apple TV. It's about a I don't know, some goofy ass shit. It's always some silly concept with the Apple TV stuff.
Yeah. Did you see that Apple TV show called, I think it's called C, and it's pretty SEE. Pretty much, it looked like a I don't want to call it a Game of Thrones type of show, but it looked like it's back in that time. And it's a village full of people that can't see, and they just out here fighting and all that shit.
Oh wow, that wasn't that a movie with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, that was more on that was more kind of recent time.
Yeah,
like I think some shit happened where I guess you can't look at something, otherwise you'll die or something like that. So you had to pretty much blindfold yourself.
Yeah.
So you don't see anything.
But I want to say there was another movie like that too. I can't, a blindness or something. I remember there was another movie where like everybody was blind. And I think it was everybody could see, and then one day they all just went blind. And I think one person on earth could like still see or some shit. I can't remember. I remember I saw a movie like that years ago. I can't remember, but that yeah, I'm surprised they're still making stuff like that. I thought that whole trend kind of died out.
Yeah, but this is the show right here. Jason Momoa in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jason Momoa and Bautista.
yeah. So I guess it's a whole village full of people that's blind.
Okay.
And I'm just like, man, I tried to watch it. I felt like a hipster watching it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, nah, I'm cool, man.
Yeah. These are there's always some kind of high concept with Apple TV. Like here's a show about a guy who time traveled to 5 years ago, and he's the only one who knows like some goofy shit, man.
Yeah,
like even Severance, which I like. Severance is kind of a silly concept of, you know, that whole he goes to a workplace and he's the only one who, I don't know, some weird shit.
Yeah.
But that's the bougie people streaming out, you know. Same people who have Apple products in general, like the MacBook.
Yeah.
You know, people who have MacBooks are very pretentious in general. Very bougie.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, because the Apple system is a whole different ecosystem. Like you can't play games on that bitch. You can't do most things, and it's very, very different from a PC. I had an MacBook for a little bit until it broke, but I liked it. But it was very different from the whole PC experience, and I feel like it's hard to go back and forth.
Yeah, it's damn near. Yeah, I don't want to say it's impossible because I kind of go back and forth, and what I'm using now is a Mac, but man, it's like a whole different game, though, man. It's not like let me just get this different brand of PC.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a whole different level where a whole different keyboard, different names of the keyboard, and you can't just get just plug in something like here. You can't
no right click on the fucking mouse. You got a command click or some shit. Like, why can't y'all just put the button on the mouse?
You can't even fucking put a thumb drive in there, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we don't sell thumb drive. It's like, what?
No USB on the fucking MacBooks. You got to have the Thunderbolt shit, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Yep.
So
yeah, this shit. I bought a Mac Mini, and when I tell you, like last time you bought a computer, it probably came in a big ass box, and there's all type of cores and screens. This shit just came with the fucking the little Mac Mini and one cord in a little ass box.
Yep. And then you got to buy all the fucking accessories, man. You got to buy a mouse. You got to buy the fucking special trackpad for this shit. You got the keyboard. Yeah, all that stuff. And it it's expensive too. Ain't no third-party Apple products, man. You got to buy it straight from Apple.
Yeah.
Got to pay the Apple tax. So, yeah, man. So you got to be in the upper class to have an Apple, you know. Bougie people. Other things that have happened this week or past couple of weeks. Speaking of Netflix, we'll talk about this briefly since I saw people talking about it. The Diddy documentary on Netflix. Me and Figgy have not seen it. Apparently, it is exposing some things. There's some never before seen footage of him before he goes to jail. Personally, I didn't really care to watch it. I think people like me and Figgy know everything about Diddy at this point. I think it's for people who didn't know who Diddy was really, or the history, or what happened with this case, haven't been following. I did see 50 Cent produced it, and people feel a certain way about that. Honestly, I think it's par for the course for 50 Cent to produce something like this. I mean, he don't give a fuck. Plus, the whole thing with his baby mama being involved with Diddy and all the.
Do you think that's? I'm glad you brought that up, because do you think him doing all of this, going hard at Diddy like this, is more than what he's saying? Because every time he do an interview and people ask him what's your issue with Diddy, he always bring up the whole, oh, Diddy tried to ask me if I wanted to go shopping, like I was some type of chick or something. And I'm like, man, he said that like 3 different times in 3 different interviews. Do you feel like it's something else that he's not saying? Because I understand being petty, and 50 Cent was always petty, but this is going way too much into like Diddy, and he low-key hate Jay-Z too. And he waiting on the Jay-Z's downfall so he could probably do a doc on that too. But do you feel like it's something else when it comes to this?
No, I think 50 Cent in general is kind of a miserable person. And I think he'll do anything for a buck, damn near. He'll shit on, like, that's really how he came in the game. Shitting on Ja Rule for really no reason at all. But and getting involved in beef with Fat Joe and all them dudes. That's how he came in the rap, with drama. And he's always had drama around him. I think he kind of likes the drama, and he'll do whatever he needs to do to make a buck. But I do think it's deeper than his issue with Diddy is way deeper than Diddy want to take him shopping. All right. It 100% has to do with the baby mama shit. So he's lying about that, but I get he can't just come out and say that. So he has to have some other goofy ass excuse as to why he don't like Diddy. But it is definitely, at least in part, the baby mama shit. So yeah, he's lying about that. He is.
I will say this too. I feel like it's gonna be really interesting, because it's not like Diddy going away for 25 years and won't see the light of day. And 50 is going around like he is. So I don't think it's gonna be no when I catch you in the street is on type deal. but I do feel like it's probably going to be a lot of lawsuits going back and forth. Is going to be the whole lawyer game. I'm suing you for this, and I'm counter suing you for that. I feel like it's going to be a lot of that going on because I'm shocked he just kind of like, I understand dancing on somebody's grave, but Diddy ain't dead, man. I think what they say he got like 4 years. That's not that long, man. Them 4 years go fly by quick. And so I wonder what's going to happen after that. I wonder how Diddy going to act. I wonder how Diddy going to act towards 50 Cent. I wonder if it's going to be some type of a divide going on because they got you got people that probably, a lot of people that work with 50. It's probably going to be a lot of people that want to work with Diddy. So I'm really curious to see how that dynamic going to work if, or when Diddy gets home.
Yeah, no, I mean, to Diddy's advantage, people have short memories. And I think by the time he gets out, people will have, it'll be a big deal when he comes out. But eventually they'll, this shit will blow over. I don't think Diddy wants to be in a courtroom again anytime soon. Number one, I don't know if he has the funds for it. I think he ran through a lot of money on this case, and he hasn't been making a whole lot. So I don't know if he wants to be wrapped up in some more cases and some more suing and countersuing people. So I think when he gets out, he'll just be more focused on rebuilding his brand and image than going after people who went after him or someone like a 50 Cent. I don't think he's going to blow up 50 Cent's car. At least I hope he doesn't. Actually, I don't care if he does or doesn't. But yeah, I don't think he'll be on a mission for revenge. I think he'll be more on like his redemption arc, trying to show he's a changed man, trying to show how he should be accepted again in the people's hearts because, people people want to defend him apparently. I see the Diddy Defense Force out here on these Twitter streets. So I don't know. And some celebrities starting to take up for him and defend him as well. So I don't know. I think they want to forgive him. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I'm still not going to watch that documentary. Number one, I don't have Netflix anymore. And even if I did, I don't want to watch it. So
yeah, I wasn't really interested in it. I feel like I guess stuff that we grew up on and around, I just don't really be that interested in it. I'd rather see some stuff that, like, I think Netflix got a Eddie Murphy documentary.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
Me too.
Because I
heard it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, because I seen some stuff about Eddie Murphy, of course, but Eddie Murphy is kind of a private person a little bit. So I just kind of want to, I think he talked about his brother, Charlie Murphy, and stuff like that. So that's the type of stuff I kind of want to see. I want to see the stuff that's already on the Twitter streets or social media and just wrapped up into a documentary. I don't want to see that.
And especially without the big names, like I don't think Mace is on there saying anything, or people who've known him. Sean not on there. So like it lets the people who I want to hear from or saying some shit. I don't really care, man. I don't care what so-and-so journalists. What's that dude who's on fucking Joe Budden podcast?
Oh, Mark Lamont Hill.
Yeah, I don't care what Mark Lamont Hill, because they always get him for this type of shit, I don't care what Mark Lamont Hill thinks about Diddy, all right? I don't want to see his take on it. I don't really care. So anytime they need a smart nigga who could talk about anything.
Mark Lamont Hill.
Yeah, go fucking Black Twitter documentary and go and talk to
Jamel Hill. Come on
down. The Freak Nick documentary, and you ask Mark Lamont Hill about Freak Nick like he was there.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He was in college. So, yeah, man. Well, I'm not going to go tap in on that. I'll look at some clips maybe, but that's it. Oh, yeah. We'll talk about so Max Kellerman, getting into some sports journalist drama. Max Kellerman was on the Bill Simmons podcast show. I don't know what it was. We had a sit down with Max Kellerman had a sit down with Bill Simmons, and he finally talked about his exit from First Take, and it's kind of fallout with Stephen A. Smith. It's like a 12-minute long clip, and he took a long time to fucking get to the point. But basically, it seemed like he strongly implied that Stephen A. Smith did not want to debate Max Kellerman because Max Kellerman is too good at debating, and he didn't want that smoke on a daily basis. He also pointed out the fact that they weren't really friends, they didn't have a close relationship, and also the format of the debate was just not something he was really interested or good at, versus basically Stephen A. Smith has a common sense angle, and then his opponent has some crazy shit that he has to bounce off of.
Yeah.
And he apparently didn't want to do that. But also Stephen A. Smith, I actually watched this today.
I did too.
He clapped back. Kind of. I mean, it was a light jab at best.
Yeah, I was about to say he kind of, to me, listening to Stephen A. Smith kind of clap back, I guess. To me, it kind of made me believe Max Kellerman a little bit. And because I know he kept saying, you don't want me to talk about what really happened behind.
Yeah, I hate that's starting to get old.
Yeah. Like,
I hate
if something really would have happened, you would have said it, man, at this point. And then honestly, if something happened behind the scenes, I'm sure Max probably would have said it. It seemed like it was really what Stephen A. said from the beginning, which was just felt like it wasn't working out and wanted to go in a different direction and all this other stuff. I wanted to win. And I felt like he wasn't the right person. I felt like that was accurate, man. I feel like that was accurate. And just listening to Max Kellerman, I feel like, because I thought it was funny, Max Kellerman called him, said he didn't want to debate with Muhammad Kellerman.
Yeah, come on, man.
I thought that was hilarious. And then he ended up saying, yeah, you want to spar with Bud Crawford every day for 12 rounds? I thought that was freaking hilarious, man. And I do think what Max said kind of has some validity to it. I think he because when you think about it, him and Stephen A. Smith going back and forth, it was quite a few times where people was looking at Stephen A. Smith like he was crazy over something he said. And remember, you had the viral moment of T.O. pretty much saying Max acting blacker than you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was a bunch of moments that were similar to that. And one, it didn't make Stephen A. look the greatest. But two, I think what Matt said also in that clip was he wanted to get away from the whole one-on-one debate type thing. And he wasn't going to get as much money being pretty much a two-man team rather than being just the Stephen A. Smith and Friends type show. And I think that's another reason why he probably wanted to get away from that type of deal and just the show be about me, and I bring in a couple people here and there and we can spar and all that stuff instead of just a one-on-one thing. Because we looked at First Take as like Stephen A. versus Skip Bayless, pretty much. It was kind of like a boxing match.
Yeah.
And I think Stephen A. I think money-wise, it was a smart move for him to make the show all about Stephen A. Smith, and I'm bringing in whoever I want to bring in and giving them a platform. So I think that's some truth to that. But also, I think it kind of made Stephen A. look bad when you know, a couple big topics and people looking at you crazy because this white dude getting over on you. And, you know, you got T.O. saying he might be blacker than you. I think that kind of is I think that's kind of a red flag a little bit. And also, Max said something that was very interesting, and I didn't realize this. I can't unsee it now. How Stephen A. had the most basic takes ever.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of dress it up and just be super animated with it. But Max was like, Stephen A. can say something like, Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time, and just kind of just be animated with it. And Max was talking about how he had to he had to come with something different so you could kind of get that out of Stephen A. Which, I don't think Max is that type of person that just say anything for ratings, but it sounded like he was saying anything to kind of stir the pot a little bit. Where, the Tom Brady is a bum thing. And that kind of stirred the pot a little bit. That way Stephen A can kind of be animated and say, what you mean? That's the greatest quarterback of all time. And I don't know. It kind of makes sense to me, man. It kind of makes sense that Stephen A is not a hot take guy, but he's just a very loud and animated guy. And you would need that hot take type of guy for a show to succeed.
No, that's true. And that's why the original First Take, well, not really the original, but the one that really got it popping was Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith, because Skip Bayless was that crazy guy. He would have these crazy takes, but he would defend it in a way that kind of makes sense. But Stephen A. Smith would be like, no, you cannot think that Tim Tebow is a great quarterback. You cannot think that Miami LeBron is washed. You cannot think all this shit. Like, he had crazy takes, but he would defend it. And then Stephen A. Smith would just be like, that's blasphemous. Yeah. But it would be so funny. It's the dynamic, man. It's that dynamic. And I think they were trying to replicate that with Max. And like you said, Max is not that guy. And I think they really wanted a white guy to play off of Stephen A. Smith, but they couldn't find anybody crazy enough to replicate Skip Bayless's energy. So they just brought like, hey, you say some wild stuff sometimes. Bring in Max Kellerman. He's a smart guy, right? He could debate, but it wasn't the same, man. Like, you get that energy back when they have Mad Dog Russo, because he's a crazy white guy. Yeah. But Max Kellerman was not fit for that role. And really, I think it just comes down to what both of them said. The dynamic just didn't work. I watched the show pretty regularly back then. I don't watch it anymore, really, outside of clips. But I watched the show back in the day, and it wasn't good, man. The dynamic, the chemistry between them was just bad. I felt from the get-go, really. And I have to say this about Max Kellerman, too, because I've seen quite a bit of overglazing Max Kellerman because people don't like Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
I think they both suck. All right. I think they're both ass in certain ways. I think they say stupid stuff. Max, everybody's on this. Max is so smart. Dog, if y'all really watch Max Kellerman and the things he said on TV, he's not some super genius, all right? Yeah. Just because he talks a lot and he knows he has an extensive vocabulary, he says some stupid shit. He said some stupid shit on First Take. He said some stupid shit in boxing, which is his main sport that he covers, that everybody thinks he's so smart about. He said some stupid shit there too, man. Last time I saw him talking about boxing, he was doing promo for the Canelo and Crawford fight. And he was just dick-eating fucking Dana White the whole time, talking about how Dana White is making boxing bigger than ever. And it's all because he's so smart, because you see what he did with the UFC. He's like Adam Silver, and he's going to make – he actually said this shit, and Canelo told him to shut the fuck up. he tried to play it off. But nah, Max Kellerman is not above stupid hot take bullshit. He's not – he said stupid stuff. And now I'm not going to sit here with this glazing of Max Kellerman just because y'all don't like Stephen A. Smith. They both suck, man. All right. They both do the same shit. They both talk a lot to sound smart, but then they say stupid shit that makes no sense. So I'll put them in the same box, honestly.
Yeah. I think Max Kellerman, as far as him being on a debate show like that, I don't think that's his lane. I think he could probably do a good radio show. And kind of bounce some ideas off of somebody or something like that. But as far as just head to head, like me versus you type deal for 5 days out the week for 2 hours, I just don't think I don't think that's a great idea, man. I think right now, even how Stephen A is doing this, I think it's perfect for him because he's not the vocal point of the show. He's there, but you also bringing in Ryan Clark, Cam Newton, Dan Orlowski, you just got a whole panel of people. It's not just focused on what Stephen A had to say. It's just kind of bouncing around a whole bunch of different takes. But I agree with you. I don't think Max Kellerman was some servant. And honestly, I wasn't even looking at him I never once thought, man, he should come back. They need to give him back his old show. Like, nah, man. I mean, it'd be cool if it was on ESPN and stuff, but now that's like the Max Kellerman show versus so and so. Like, nah, I ain't got to do all that, man. Like, I think he's a good media professional, but it wasn't like he had the fire takes and all that shit, man. Like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, and I have to say, you can say what you want about Stephen A. Smith. I don't think he's scared to debate anybody, man, because he would bring JJ Redick on. I remember JJ Redick on First Take. He would just shit on Stephen A. Smith and say he doesn't know anything about basketball.
Yeah.
The entire time. This is when Stephen A. Smith had control of who he could bring on the show, by the way. He invited JJ Redick on to shit on him and destroy him in NBA debates. He brings on ex-NFL players to destroy him in his limited NFL knowledge. So you can say what you want about him. I don't think he's scared to talk or debate with anybody, let alone the fucking Max Kellerman. Yeah. I just think the show didn't work. They didn't have good chemistry, and it just was not good TV. Yeah. So I do think it was corny that Stephen A. Smith went on a tour shitting on Max Kellerman. I will say that, though. He was wrong for that. That was corny.
Yeah, I do think it's hilarious how Max kind of set it up, like, because it didn't seem like it was a messy breakup where something happened, so I got fired or whatever. It just seemed like, to me, or it actually came from Stephen A. pretty much saying this ain't gonna work. Mm-hmm. But Max can use that and say, hey, he don't want to debate the king.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's the funny part about it is I think that's why Stephen A. kind of got talking about, so you don't want to know what happened behind the scenes and all. Like, come on, man. Like, what happened is probably exactly what you said. Mm-hmm. You went to the higher ups and said, hey, he's a nice guy, but this ain't gonna work. I want to win. I want to do this and do that. But to his point of view, it's like, oh, I'm kicking your ass so much, you don't even want to work with me now. So I just think that's hilarious, man. How he just like, man, he don't want to debate Muhammad Kellerman.
Fair enough, and that'll be my angle too. If some shit like that happened to me. I'd be like, yeah, he wanted to go cry to the bosses because I was whooping his ass every day.
Yeah.
So,
or if I get fired or something, man, I was just too black.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just too black in there, man.
That's why he shouldn't have went around flexing that he got Max fired. He should have just kept it completely PC and said, you know what? These things happen. It just didn't work out, but I wish him the best. That's all you have to say. But he don't went around with that fucking what did Marcellus Wiley say? The all eyes on me Tupac get up with the fucking gold chain on and the black sweatshirt, talking shit about Max Kellerman. Yeah, I got him fired. Like, that's really where he fucked up, because now, Max can definitely flex that and be like, yeah, he cried because I was whooping your ass. So fair enough.
He pretty much took his ball and went home.
Yep,
because I was whooping his ass.
So fair. I didn't think about that, but fair enough. I can't blame Max for taking that angle now, because I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
But so I think I did see apparently Max Kellerman is doing a show with Rich Paul.
Yeah, somehow. I saw that. A podcast or something like that.
Yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
So, yeah. I wonder what they're talking about. Just anything.
Yeah.
I'm looking for, I can't find new podcast featuring Max Kellerman, Rich Paul, and
it's called,
I don't know what that's about.
Is it called the unspoken truth behind? I don't know.
It's a conversation show that blends sports analysis, culture commentary, and special guests. I'm sorry, man. This show's gonna be terrible.
Yeah,
two people saying nothing. So Rich Paul and Max Kellerman, what are they going to talk about?
Yeah, and look, and Rich Paul is from my from the city I'm from, so I ain't gonna shit on nothing, but like I'd rather hear some stories on the come up or some history of how you got started and all that shit. I want you weigh in on some current topics of the NBA and all that shit, man. And no disrespect, whatever you say about the NBA is probably gonna be flawed a little bit because you got your hand in a lot of people's pockets in the NBA. And so no disrespect. I don't want to hear him talk about, Anthony Davis, a top 3 forward all time or whatever. Like, nah, I rather see a Rich Paul interview or episode him getting interviewed about his past and all that stuff. How a lot of people probably don't remember this, but Rich Paul had a record label in Cleveland a long time ago. And remember the guy Fat Al, the one Charlie Boy host up. They were signed to Rich Paul's label.
Oh wow!
Back in the day, and
wasn't LeBron in that video?
Yeah, so that you kind of connecting the pieces a little bit. So I want to hear how he started that and the fall off from that. What made him get out of that, and why he not really getting back into the music side and all that stuff. Like, it's so much more I want to hear from Rich Paul about. I don't want him debating no current topics and all that shit, man.
Yeah, I never really liked him, hearing him speak about, really anything in terms of, his thoughts on current stuff. But it would be interesting to hear about his past and his come up. But in general, I don't care about this new show with Max Kellerman and Rich Paul. Sounds like some boring bullshit. So
yeah,
good luck to them, I guess. But it's not for me, man. I know this is kind of hypocritical since we have a podcast, but do you think podcasts are officially corny now?
I think so. I think not only corny, but I think podcasts just falling off now, man. I feel like a lot of people, I feel like it was oversaturated at one point where you was getting all this money and or not us, but just bigger companies throwing a bag at Kim Kardashian to do a podcast, and Michelle Obama and all this shit to do a podcast. And I think they realizing how it's not really a lot of money in podcasting, and they quickly getting out of it. They stopped doing it. Remember, T.I. tried to do a podcast. He stopped it. So many people did a podcast and just stopped it. But I know that ain't really the conversation, but to answer your question, I think it is, man. I think when I realized it was getting really corny, and this hurt me to say because I used to like most of these rappers on this podcast, but the one with Jim Jones, Fab, Davies, and Mano, I'm just like, why do y'all have a podcast? Like, seriously, have you ever thought Jim Jones, out of all people, would be sitting there in front of a podcast mic, sitting there just talking? Like, that's the part that kind of get me. And then I think Mano was going in on academics. And that was kind of funny, but I'm just like, man, y'all over the age of 50, man. And we sitting here now, like the music, so no music or anything. Well, let's just start a podcast like every other rapper, man. I'm like, I feel like y'all a little too late on this.
I feel like we really saw the beginning and end of podcasting, man, because I feel like they're used to podcasting, or I have a podcast, now has a negative connotation to it.
It's like I rap.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
There used to be a time when you could say, like, we said it with pride. Be like, yeah, we got a podcast. Yeah, I got a podcast. Now it's something we kind of keep on a down low. Like, yeah, I got a little something I'm working on. I got a project. You don't want to say podcast because people gonna think you're fucking just talk about some men and women gender war bullshit or whatever, some stupid about some goofy that people just want to get clicks from. So now I think it's a negative connotation. I see a lot of people saying we need to confiscate all podcast equipment and stop all podcasts. And yeah, I think there's definitely been, it used to be something where you could say that everybody thought that was cool that you got a podcast. Now it's low-key embarrassing to admit you have a podcast.
Dude, Fat Joe and Jadakiss got a podcast, man.
Yes.
And I ain't really care for Fat Joe that much, but I was a Jadakiss fan. I never once thought, man, you know what, Jadakiss would be, I think he should get a podcast, man. And I feel like these rappers are still in rapper mode.
Yeah, that's the issue with that. Because to be fair, I'm not a fan of Fat Joe, but Fat Joe's a good storyteller. Now, whether his stories are true or not is up for debate, but he's a good storyteller. But Jadakiss is still in rapper, I'm too cool for that shit, I don't want to talk about nothing like that mode.
Yeah, and shoot, honestly, salute to Joe Budden, man. He took his rapper cap off.
Yeah,
like he put all his business out there. He's honest with himself. He don't hold back really, unless I mean for certain stuff he might do, but you wouldn't have thought he was a rapper. Just the way he talk, and he's not scared of giving his opinions on certain stuff. But just seeing the Jim Jones of the worlds and the Camerons and all this other stuff, they just still too cool, man. We're just like, man, just do an interview with the podcast or something, man. It's just like, and I like what they was originally doing from the sports show where they actually talk about sports. I like that. I felt like that was a little bit different, but I have no idea what Jim Jones and them are talking about, man. Like the old stories from Harlem can go but so far. The old stories from Brooklyn, how so and so met so and so in the tunnel could go so far. So I just don't get it. I just feel like they just too cool for school, man.
Yeah, and it's also embarrassing when they're arguing some ignorant shit. I saw them putting money up on how to pronounce the word. I think it was posthumous. Remember this clip?
Yeah.
They were arguing on how to pronounce posthumous, and they were putting money on it. And I'm like, this is so embarrassing. Yeah, y'all are rappers. Y'all supposed to have a good command of the English language. Yo, that's something y'all should be debating on the podcast and betting on. It's the ignorant stuff is what really kills me too.
Yeah. How you feel about this? Did you see that clip of Joel Santana on the podcast? And he was saying he feel like math is more important than reading.
I didn't see this, but this sounds like this exact kind of topic I'm talking about, which made podcasts corny. Stuff like this, man.
Yeah, and I kind of got what he was trying to say. I think long story less long, he was trying to say we need to focus more on, I guess saving money and just a lot of money stuff, financial type stuff, because that'd be a big hit to a lot of people whenever they get into the real world and all that stuff, credit, all that. But he was like, I like what he think is more important than reading. And then they asked the question, which I hate. Which one would you rather have? Know how to read or know math? And then he picked math. And it's just like, brother, and like I said, I hate those type of questions because it should be both. You know what I mean? It's not one or the other. Do you rather know how to read or do math? But he picked math, and he was just like, man, you could read a book, you could listen to a book on YouTube. Or you got different apps that can read it. It's just like, man, this is why women out here talk about take these microphones.
Yes. It's a thing where it's like, that's another thing with these too cool for school rappers. They don't want to talk about anything we want to hear. They want to talk about like the shit that random people will talk about on our lunch break. You know, like these are discussions you have at a barbershop, these discussions you have at lunchtime, working at Walmart, you with your boys in a warehouse talking about what would you rather have, math or reading? shit. That's those kind of. But we don't want to hear the legendary rappers talk about that. We want to hear some stories about back in the day, some shit with Jay-Z or something, being in the booth. Like they don't want to talk about stuff like that. I think in general, rappers don't want to talk about rap. Like we have the same issue with ESG. To pull the curtain back on that, ESG didn't want to talk about rappers and rap stuff in general. He wanted to talk about sports because he had a lot of relationships in rap still. And I get it. I understand it.
We're going to talk about Drake.
Exactly. He didn't want to talk about, the popular rappers and all the stuff that was going on in drama with like Cardi B and all this stuff. He wanted to focus more on sports. And that's the same way Cameron and Mace are.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I like their show, but they really don't know shit about sports.
Yeah.
And I'd much rather them talk about their time in rap because Mace never talks about shit that happened back in the day, man. It's hard to get a story out of him from back in the day. He don't want to talk about any of that. And but that's the thing. We want to hear those stories from we want experts to talk about what they're experts in.
Yeah.
I'm not going to listen to a Tom Brady podcast breaking down the NBA.
Yeah.
I want to hear what he thinks about football. And I want to hear what rappers think about rap. I could go listen to an athlete break down sports. I don't want to hear Cam and Mace do it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that annoys me too. A lot of these rappers don't want to talk about rap. They don't want to sabotage relationships. And I understand that, but also your audience is not going to be with that in general. We want to hear the stuff that you know and can speak with authority on.
Yeah, and that's why, honestly, that's why Joe Budden is king of rappers starting the podcast, because he was giving honest opinions.
Yeah, it cost him a lot. It cost him a lot.
Yeah, it was getting him in trouble and stuff, but he was giving honest opinions on, man, this shit is ass. This shit is a 2-pack of ass. And I think guys don't want to do that. They, like I said, they still in that rapper mode, too cool for school and all this other stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. To answer your question from the beginning, I feel like it is getting kind of corny, man.
Yeah, we need another term for our podcast, man. We can't go around bragging about our podcast. We used to talk about this podcast and people want to come on. People want to jump on this shit. That's back when the podcast wave was popping. Yeah. Now it's like, you got a podcast? Okay. We can talk about stupid shit.
They make it so easy now. You could just jump on StreamYard and then that's it right there. Remember, it was hard. We
got it out the mud, man. We used professional audio equipment back in our studio.
Radio station
record our podcast. Man. Yes.
Yeah, radio station equipment. Everybody didn't have equipment. It was hard to get podcast equipment and all that stuff, microphone. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people didn't do it from home. You actually had to go to a studio to do it.
Yeah.
And, with us, we was fortunate to work at a radio station, so it was easy for us to do it. But now, man, people be doing. All you need is StreamYard, and it's some people that don't even have a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And just be doing it and just be putting it out as a podcast. So yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of dying down, and I think the crazy thing is, people that ain't making no money, we ain't making no money from this, but people eventually stop doing it because they feel like it's a waste of time, ain't nobody watching, and they ain't getting no money out of it. So they only do it when they just feeling the juices, but after a while they just stop.
Yeah, I think in a lot of ways it's just a money grab too. I think somebody approaches these people. I think a lot of these people don't think about doing the podcast. So I think they get approached. That's the main thing with all these athletes too. Like, you can't tell me Pat Beverly reached out to start a podcast. Somebody got him.
Yeah, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony. You got all these people, and then it's the same formula too, where it's just like an athlete, maybe another athlete, and a random white guy that nobody knows.
Yep.
Kind of steer the ship a little bit.
Yeah, because that's the guy who proposed it. He said, "Hey, I'll get these sponsors for you. We'll get them lined up, but I'm going to be on the mic too."
Yeah,
So
I wonder if they like these guys that got a shit ton of money. Hey guys, I'll give you a bag if we can start a podcast. And
yeah,
they do it for like a year or two, and then next thing you know is it vanished.
yeah. It's like one of them crypto scams, basically, man. It's like a kind of a form of that crypto scam shit. Where hey, I got this this new coin I'm gonna put out with your name on it. Just go ahead and co-sign and retweet this. So yeah, it's the same way with these podcasts, man. So yep, we can safely say me and Figgy have seen the rise and fall of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And now we still gonna be doing it, no matter how corny it might become. But it's unfortunate that we can't puff our chest out and be like, yeah, we got a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, Figgy can at least brag that he's on radio.
Yeah. Honestly, that's kind of tough because whenever I do that, our station is on the AM dial.
Yeah.
So if it's somebody, I'm like, it's on AM radio. There's a lot of people like, I don't know how to get to that. And they just be like, oh, okay, cool. I don't think they realize that, oh shit, he's actually on the radio.
Yeah. You can go to the page and say, hey, I got my own show. Look at me, is my picture here with the guy. So you got something to show off.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I just gotta get my name on the imaging, on the promos and shit.
Oh shit, man.
That's a whole nother thing, right there. I don't know if that's happening anytime soon.
That's some bull. They gotta get Ficky Fig on there, man. You're an important part of the show now, dog.
Yeah, I think the thing is, I haven't talked to anybody about this, but just kind of thinking, I feel like if it's to do that, to be in the loop with Reggie Lopez and Figgy Fig, for them to have that, I think I would probably have to be considered a host and probably have a contract, like a actual host contract, because I'm not under contract. I'm just a full-time producer. So that probably be more money, and they probably just like, hey, he's talking on there anyway, so well.
Wait, does any other show, like does the show with Clint and Ron have Tyler in the imaging, or
I don't think so, but no, I don't.
Okay.
But when you hear the show, it's just the drive with Sterner and Hughley.
Okay.
Yeah, so same thing with In the Loop. I think they just put my picture on there, but we're in the loop. It's In the Loop with Reggie and Lopez.
Okay.
I think for it to be Figgy Fig, I think it would probably have to be more of a, he's an actual host and under contract type deal. So that part kind of sucked too, because when you're a host under contract, you get certain bonuses if your show doing good. I don't get that. I get paid regardless if the show is good or bad. So
yeah, and also if they cut the show, they probably cut you too. So yeah, it's a little rough, man.
Yeah, but no, I can't complain though, man. I feel like I'm a host.
No, you are, man. You are. You have an important part of the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me slow down. I was forgetting for a second we were rolling, man. Because we usually have these kind of talks after the show is ended.
Yeah.
So I was about to say some shit. I'm like, wait a minute, we still fucking we still live, man. So yeah, let me chill out. We can't peel the curtain back too much, man. We got jobs here. Other things that happened this week. Now this is a random rumor, and I think it might be dead because of this WB and Netflix merger. But apparently there was a talks that Paramount was going to go ahead with the Rush Hour 4. And apparently this was caused by Donald Trump, who told them to do it. Apparently Donald Trump said they need to go ahead and make a Rush Hour 4, and it got greenlit. I think it was in the early stages. Of course, there is nothing confirmed. They didn't have Jackie Chan or Chris Tucker back. And I would think Jackie Chan would 100% do it. Chris Tucker is the one. They got to give him like a super big bag for him to do it.
Yeah.
But let's say, for example, for just for shits and giggles, I guess, that this was going forward. Yeah, I don't think it's officially been canceled yet. Would you want to see this? And also, on that same token, there was talk about Men in Black is going to come back. They're going to bring back Will Smith, of course. Would you want to see either of these franchises come back with much older main talent and a post Chris Rock slap Will Smith and Men in Black? Would you want to see Rush Hour 4 in a new Men in Black movie?
Hey, it's funny you said, of course, they bring back Will Smith because they made a Men in Black with no fucking Will Smith.
But it was terrible and it flopped.
Yes.
Tessa Thompson and fucking Chris Hemsworth, I think, were in it. So
yeah, no, it was awful. I would definitely, I never liked Men in Black. I never cared for Men in Black like that, even with Will Smith, prime Will Smith. So that was never really my type of movie. But as far as Rush Hour 4, I would 100% go see Rush Hour 4. I feel like I'm invested at this point. I've seen all of them. So fuck it. Why not see the other one or see the new one? It's kind of like with Bad Boys, where you see it every time it come out. So I might as well keep seeing it until it because it seemed like, especially with Bad Boys, it seemed like they putting a lot of money into it. It seemed like it ain't no straight to Netflix type shit where they just do it and just do it for bad. It seemed like they are putting in some work with it. And I'm guessing they will probably be putting in some work with Rush Hour 4. I would definitely go see it because I watched that movie at least I can't remember Rush Hour 3, but Rush Hour 1 and 2 for sure. I watched enough where it will make me, kind of see what the new one is. Men in Black, I don't give a shit about Men in Black. I do wish, and they did make a part 2 to this movie. Remember the movie Independence Day?
Yeah.
They did make a part 2 to that. And I actually went to the movie theaters to go see it.
Oh, wow. Brave man.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was such a big fan of Independence Day. And I knew Will Smith wasn't going to be in it, but I was a fan of Independence Day. So I just wanted to see it. And of course it wasn't that good. But I would be down if they made another one, bring Will Smith back. They won't bring him back because they killed him off. But if they was to do something again where they, do maybe another Independence Day with Will Smith or something like that, I would be down with that one. But Men in Black, I'm totally out on, man. I'm cool on that.
Yeah. I pretty much agree. I think Rush Hour 4 would be the one that everybody would be more excited for. I do think Rush Hour is like the only franchise that gets away with racism. So everybody acts like you can't make a Rush Hour in today, but everybody still loves Rush Hour, man. All these movies got canceled for having racist or sexist shit, but I've never seen anybody go against Rush Hour and say this is racist against Asian people, this is racist against Black people. I think it's just it was so racist that it was funny. And it also helps that it was a Black person and an Asian person in it doing the racist shit. So
did you see they had to put the little I guess the thing
the
at
disclaimer? Yes. I've seen that on when they aired on TV.
Yeah.
Right. So, and that is, but I do think people would accept a new Rush Hour. It would have to have the same type of shit that made the other ones funny.
The thing is, I feel like they probably won't go that far. They won't be edgy with the racism. I hate to say it like that, but I think they definitely gonna dial it back a lot. It ain't gonna be the Jackie Chan saying "What's up, my nigga" and all that.
Yeah, okay, he won't say that 100%.
Yeah,
but I do think Chris Tucker will get the Asian jokes in 100%.
Really? Okay. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but I kind of hope they do. I hope it's a back and forth, kind of like a Archie Bunker thing where I say something inappropriate and you say something inappropriate to me and we all laugh at it. I hope it is something like that. I hope it ain't just no, let's just cut it all out because we don't want to tick nobody off.
Yeah, I think there's been a pushback against, I don't want to call it woke because I know we're tired of trying to, what they've done to that word. But I think there's been a pushback against how sensitive people were in like the 2020s, early 2020s of everything and how everybody got offended. I think we as a society we realized that went too far. And I think we're trying to get back. Now, I'm not saying we got to become a completely racist country again, but I think in entertainment, we be able to accept a black person and an Asian person making black people and Asian people jokes and having a back and forth. And I don't think people would be crying over it. So I do think the temperature of the country is coming back to, like, you know what? This shit was funny. Let's go back to some of that.
Yeah.
Men in Black, I think, is rough because I don't think people give a shit about aliens anymore in general. Now, I will say I like the first Men in Black. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a good buddy cop movie. I like Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith and their back and forth. But in general, there used to be a lot of movies about aliens. You mentioned Independence Day. It was a great alien movie. But nobody makes movies about aliens anymore. There used to be a shitload of alien. E.T. was one of the biggest movies of all time. There used to be a lot of alien and alien invasion movies.
Yeah.
And now we don't have any of that anymore.
It seems like the new alien movies now are the apocalypse type movies.
Yeah, or AI. Like AI taking over type shit. I think that's still prevalent.
That and Walking Dead type shit.
Yeah, zombies and stuff.
Yeah.
But aliens, I feel like people don't give a shit about aliens. Remember that whole thing about the government admitted that, that aliens had been to Earth and shit?
Yeah.
And we have their tech. Nobody gave a shit. Like, we're over aliens now. And also, I think Men in Black, that's one thing they would have to change a lot, because I think there were parallels between illegal immigration and all that shit, which is very, very touchy right now, of course, obviously. So I think they'd have trouble replicating the same kind of jokes and shit, because really that's what they were. They were like, the Men in Black were like ICE, basically. Yeah. They were rounding up these aliens and sending them back home, or at least getting them back under control. So I think they would have a tougher time making that movie. I think if they did do it, there would be like some anti-immigration type stuff in it, which would make it more political and people would be all whatever. But, and also, you know, Will Smith's stock is kind of low in general. So
you probably like, I do Men in Black.
Oh, yeah. No, you definitely do it now.
Yeah. Where the fuck was that when they made that? You like, I'll do Bad Boys again. I'll do Men in Black.
I'll rap again. I'll drop an album.
I'll do the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, I mean, if you want Will Smith for your project, now's the time to do it, probably, because he ain't gonna be in no Oscar or nominated shit anytime soon. He got banned for a decade.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure if you want him, now's the time. But I don't see another Men in Black being a hit. I don't see it happening. So
yeah.
But Rush Hour 4, maybe, man. I think but if they do it, they have to do it now, because Jackie Chan is 70 years old.
He's up there, man.
To be fair, he's still active. He's still making movies. He just dropped a movie, I want to say a couple months ago, an action movie that apparently is one of his best in a while. And I actually want to see it.
Okay.
But he's still acting. He's, of course, not doing the crazy stunts he used to, and uses stunt doubles now. But he's still good at action directing and shit. He can move still. So they can still do it, but they have to do it right now. They can't wait like another 5 years. He might die. So if they're going to start shooting it, they got to start shooting it like sometime next year if they're actually going to do this. But we'll see.
Yeah. And by the way, his new movie is The Shadow's Edge.
Yeah. I've heard of that. I heard it's really good. So I actually want to see it. I got to figure out how to see it. Yeah. But Chris Tucker, of course, is not in anything at all. He disappears from the face of the earth.
I think he had a residency in Vegas at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he was doing little shit like that. But yeah, shoot, I can't remember the last movie he did.
Last thing I saw from him was a comedy special on Netflix, which was terrible.
I remember that. Yeah,
it was awful. So yeah. But if they're gonna do it, they gotta do it now, man. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how he still probably won't do Friday, but he'll do the Rush Hour 4.
Yeah. Are they really doing this Friday? Because it keep popping back up. I think Mike Epps was talking about it where where I guess it was it finally greenlit to.
I heard they were going ahead with it. I don't know if they started filming it yet.
Yeah.
But I heard they were going around with it. Finally, they were making it and shooting it.
Yeah, they just at this point, like, I'm not really interested to see it, but at this point, they need to just get it out the way so we could quit talking about it, man.
This is AI, so take it with a grain of salt because AI is wrong all the time. Yeah. But apparently, a new Friday movie, tentatively titled Last Friday, is officially in development with Ice Cube set to direct and star or write and star. It was greenlit by Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema. Now, of course, with the Warner Brothers stuff, who knows if it's still active? It might be straight to Netflix now instead of a theater release. Another thing we didn't talk about with that whole thing is that the Netflix CEO has basically confirmed that there will be shorter theater release windows, and they're going to kind of rush more of the Warner Brothers movie stuff to streaming faster, effectively kind of killing the movie theater a bit.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about this, man? Do you still enjoy going to the movies, or would you rather just have everything on streaming as quick as possible?
See, the thing is, I do enjoy going to the movies just off of the date night type of deal. But also, I think streaming kind of got me in the mode where I'm not willing to give a movie a try in the movie theater. It got to be something it got to be something I'm already engraved in. So if it's a Marvel movie, I'm like, all right, we're going to see that. If it's something I already invested in, a new Bad Boys or something like that, then I will go see it. But remember back in the day, we talked about this earlier, how we used to just go to the movie and pick a movie. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I never heard of this movie. What's this movie about? It's about a lady who finds out that her husband is a killer, and she tries to get her way out of the house and all. It's like, ooh, let's check this movie out. Now we don't really do that, man. We already looking at what movie we want to watch before we leave the house. And even the trailer, looking at a trailer is like, okay, that look good, but nah, I just wait till it hit Netflix. So I think I kind of got that mindset where I don't really give stuff a shot, but I want to break out of that. I want to just go somewhere, just go in the movie theater and watch. I think it's still a good date night type of deal. Just get out the house, watch a movie, popcorn, all that stuff. It's expensive, but I think it's still a good little night out. But I do think it's bad for movie theaters, though, man. They're already having a tough time since COVID. I just think it really gonna kill it because a lot of stuff come out on Warner Brothers. So I think that's gonna kill a lot of stuff. Kill a lot of movie theaters.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on it. I do like going to the movie theaters, but to your point, I usually just go to see old shit that I've already seen that got re-released in movies, or like you said, like a Marvel type movie, a big action movie, which looks better on the big screen or IMAX than it will in you. I don't care what kind of, everybody want to say you got a movie. No, you don't have no movie theater set up at home, all right? Unless you got a mansion with your own theater in it.
Unless it's
I don't care if you got surround sound speakers, man. It ain't the same as going to an IMAX theater and seeing a Christopher Nolan movie with the fucking music just blaring out and the screen big as fuck. You got to look up to see shit. Nobody has a TV that big. Nobody has a sound system that good in their home. I'm getting sick of people saying, I got a movie theater system. No, you don't, man. It's not the same.
Yeah.
All right.
You got the Chrysler 300. Like, nah, that ain't a Phantom.
Yes. So I do like going to the movie theater, but it is way too expensive now, man. If you really break it down, even a ticket for one person is about the price of a monthly subscription to Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just go, you could either go see a movie, one movie, and be done in 2 hours, or you can buy a month of Netflix and see a bunch of movies throughout the month. And so that for the time a movie, for the length of a movie, is way too expensive to go see one now. They got to do something about that. I don't care about the concession shit because I mean you ain't got to eat at the movie theater, but the ticket price is just too high, man, and it's hard to justify. Like you said, we used to just go see a matinee like $6, $8, go see a movie you haven't even heard of but looks cool from the poster or some shit. Oh, fucking Will Smith got a new movie out. All right, I'm gonna go see that. Arnold Schwarzenegger got a new movie out. Sylvester Stallone in the movie. I'm gonna go see that shit. Now it's like you got to know. Not only do you have to know what you're gonna go see, you got to know people online say if it's good or not.
Yeah, you looking at the reviews, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then and that's the one thing I hate too. I feel like we get burnt from that. And I think me and you a little more smarter now.
Yeah.
Where if everybody is talking about this movie, then it's probably not. You got to look at the type of people that's talking about this movie.
Yeah.
And it's not good. And I kind of got. I want to say earlier this year, everybody kept telling me, "Hey, you got to see this new Tyler Perry movie." And I already knew. I'm like, all right, no, man. Like 4 or 5 different people that told me about this movie with Taraji P. Henson. And I'm just like, you know what? Let me go on and put it on. And it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, a fucking Tyler Perry movie with a weird fucking twist at the end. Just an insane twist. So, yeah, man, I kind of miss those days of just taking a chance. Just seeing, and you mentioned some of the action movies and the bigger names, but what about just a regular ass rom-com? Being My Lady with some little goofy dude and a dude trying to get a girl all throughout the movie type shit, and you just rolling the dice on that and end up leaving out like, damn, that wasn't a bad movie after all.
Yeah,
and it was a good little date, little lady right here. So I don't even want to take that chance now. The only time we go, if it's something we are like, yes, we gotta go see that. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. But the movie theaters are so expensive and shit, where I think we don't want to roll the dice and then the movie is trash. And then it's like, damn, we just spent about $70 on this trash ass movie. So I think that's part of it too.
Yeah, and I got too. I got with the movie Sinners. Now, to be fair, it wasn't a bad movie, but I could have waited for it to hit Netflix. I didn't have to go see it at the theater. I took my mom to go see it too, and I mean we had a good evening of it, but neither of us liked the movie that much. All right, even she was like, "Yeah, it was all right." I thought the same. I thought it was okay. But it was not no thing you had to go see in the theater. Everybody was hyping that shit up like it was phenomenal. Like it was better than Get Out, better than all that shit. So I went to go see it. I just thought it was okay.
Yeah.
But I regret wasting the money on it because I could have just waited for it to hit streaming, but whatever.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful about the types of people who are hyping something up and if you trust their opinion or not. Or if they just want to go viral on Twitter talking about, whatever social thing they got going on. So yeah,
it's a few people. My sister is one of them. She's into she liked the Tyler Perry TV shows, some of the movies. She watched some Tubi movies, and I'm just like, nah, man. Like we ain't watching the same. This is that shock. This is that shock value that Black Twitter type conversations, type of movies, and I'm not really into that, man. I think I kind of got my own genre now, where when it comes to TV shows and stuff, I love the murder mysteries, and I just love that type of stuff. Maybe some action stuff. I like the show on Netflix, Lupin. Remember Lupin?
Yeah.
I like that one. That's kind of I think it's more of a French action type of show. And I like that type of shit, man. I want to hear about Susie sleeping with Jared and all this other black Twitter type shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me personally, I'm an action movie guy. I'm a martial arts movie guy. I like dramas too. I like a good thriller, shit like that. Not really horror, but more like you said, murder mystery. I like foreign films too. But in general, because foreign films are crazier. I think they do shit that you don't really see in American movies, and they're not scared to shock their audience. So I like those, but I don't like I don't even know if they make comedies anymore. But every comedy I've seen for the past 10 years ain't been that funny. Remember that era of like super bad type movies and all that shit and The Hangover? I never thought, and fucking Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Dog, these movies were not funny at all to me. And everybody thought even Tropic Thunder, I thought was just all right.
Yeah.
People act like Tropic Thunder is the funniest movie of the past 50 years. I didn't think it was that good. I laughed a couple times.
Yeah.
I did not think it was that good, man.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, that was a weird era because like I said, The Hangover was okay, but it's not a movie that I gotta just put on every single time.
Yeah.
Or I stop and watch every time it's on. Napoleon Dynamite, I ain't really care for it. It was only a few movies I liked during that time. The one movie I did like a lot was We're the Millers. About I don't know if you've seen it, or I think it's called We're the Millers. But pretty much a white dude dressed as a nice little family going to pick up some drugs over in Mexico or some shit in the trailer home or in the little RV.
Mm-hmm.
You probably seen it, or at least seen a preview or something. But outside of that, man, I wasn't really a white comedy type of guy, though, in that era. But they don't really make them like that now.
They don't really make any comedies, man. I can't remember the last. Maybe they're straight to streaming. That's why I don't see them. But in terms of like a movie that goes out to theaters, you don't see many straight comedies, really. Now I do think some Will Ferrell movies were funny though. I like, as far as white comedies go, I like Talladega Nights a lot. I thought the movie was hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought Semi Pro was funny too, with Andre 3000 was in that shit. There were some funny white comedies around that time, but in general, I didn't like the super bad type Project X, all that stuff wasn't for me.
I went to that movie. I actually saw Project X in the theaters.
Okay.
And I was sitting there like, what the fuck is the plot? This how you know you kind of getting older. Or you like, what the fuck? All they doing, this whole movie is about throwing a party. Like, what is this about, man? And I kind of left that movie theater scratching my head like, what the fuck was this shit? Like, I just didn't get the hype over that one.
White House party, basically, man. But
yes.
Yeah, in general, comedies, man, maybe it's just us getting older and our sense of humor is just different. But I don't think, and none of that shit does anything for me now. And
yeah,
so,
I was even telling somebody how they don't really have the sitcoms like they used to have. Remember, you used to have a real good sitcom. It seemed like that shit went away now. And I was a big fan of a good sitcom, but it seemed like that's kind of out of place. I think they tried to come back with a black sitcom. Remember, I think it was the Upshaws with Mike Epps.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say it was it Kim Fields? I think it was Kim Fields was in it. And for some reason, it was funny. It just felt kind of weird them cussing in it. It kind of threw me off. Like, it was just like, what the fuck is that shit? And it's just like, wait a minute. I wasn't used to hearing a cuss word in a sitcom like that. And then I think the same thing with the Miss Pat show. I think she kind of got the sitcom, but that's all. I want to say that's like BET or something.
Yeah,
but they don't really hit right, man.
Yeah, and plus they're trying to bring old shit back too. For example, you know the show The Office, which was a great sitcom, man. I know we're talking about white comedies. That's a great white comedy.
Yeah.
But they're bringing it back in a show about a newspaper. It's called The Paper, and I caught some of it. You know, sometimes you're watching Sunday Night Football, you just leave the TV on, and some, like, for example, if you're watching CBS football and you leave the TV on, then that Queen Latifah action show comes on. You're like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. That's what happened. I watched some of The Paper because I was watching Sunday Night Football and it just left the TV on and that show started. I'm like, this show is terrible, man. Like they were trying so hard to recapture the energy of The Office and it didn't work. It was corny.
Yeah.
So,
and see, the thing is, The Office kind of, I felt like people try to recreate The Office so many times, man, where just that dry humor and just look into the camera and
laugh track. Yeah.
Let me sit here, do a little interview style of what I was doing. A type reality show type deal. Everybody do it. I think Abbott Elementary is pretty much that. It's a school version of it. So many shows try to do it, and it's not the same.
Yeah, Parks and Recreation does the same thing, or they did when it was on. That was actually a pretty good show, though. I don't think it was good as The Office, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, in general, it just don't hit the same, man.
Yeah.
But maybe the real comedy is in the real world. That's why we don't think shows are funny anymore. Because life is a joke now.
Yeah, or niggas ain't got time to laugh.
That's true.
I ain't trying to laugh.
Niggas laughing at skits on Instagram. Drewski is the new black sitcom now, I guess.
Yeah,
people ain't got the patience.
Or he the today's version of Dave Chappelle.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much, man. It's all skits now. So
yeah.
Oh yeah. Last but not least, maybe the last but not least, new De La Soul album came out, man. Cabin in the Sky. I believe it's the second to last album from this Mass Effect Legends album release that had like Mobb Deep and all that come out. I believe the last one is going to be the Nas and DJ Premier album that was teased 30 years ago.
Yeah,
it's finally going to come out. But De La Soul dropped a new album, of course, with unreleased verses from Dave Trugoy. And I skimmed it, man. I skimmed it today, actually, because I almost forgot it came out. Then I was thinking about new releases. I'm like, oh, yeah, there's new De La Soul. So I skimmed it today, and I like it, man. Good production, a good production lineup. Pete Rock, DJ Premier on a few tracks. And good. It felt like a De La Soul album. There a lot of skits, a lot of comedy stuff in it, sprinkled in it. Nice concept around the album, of course, talking about the death of Trugoy. And yeah, I liked it. I liked the vibe of it. I wasn't a big De La Soul fan growing up, honestly, because they just really didn't cross my path. I didn't get into them until I was like late 20s, I think. But they're good, man. I like the album. It kind of sounds refreshing now. And yeah, I actually enjoyed it. Did you listen to it, Figgy?
Yeah, I did. I actually liked this album a lot, man. It was a really good album. And I kind of got in that mode where kind of how we was talking about movies, how I don't get nothing a chance unless it's something I really like. Mm-hmm. And same here with De La Soul. I wasn't like a hardcore De La Soul fan. I just knew some of the radio cuts. But when I heard this, it kind of made me think like, damn, it is still some people that make good music out here. Mm-hmm. As far as the production and stuff like that, it's not the same old shit. And you could tell what era they grew up in because that album sounds different in the car, man. When you play it in the car, you could tell they really take the production serious. It's not just no nigga making the beat off of Fruity Loops and throwing some hard 808s in there and some trap drums. This was, you could tell it was some instruments and hell, they was probably using the turntable in that bitch, man, to get that real crisp hip hop sound. And so that made me really think about it to the point I find myself listening to some shit. I'm like, man, I'm just playing it because it sounds good in the car. because a lot of shit you play in the car don't sound good. I find myself trying to adjust the bass because it's too fucking loud and all that shit. But when you play stuff like that, hell, honestly, playing everything from that Mass Appeal rollout, you could cut the bass up all the way up in the car, and it sounds perfect. It sounds like a movie, like you in a movie theater, man. It just it kind of it make your speaker sound real good. And that's what this album was, man. They sound clean, they sound refreshed. And I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed this album a lot, man. I think Mass Appeal doing a great job with how they're rolling out some of these legacy acts and giving them a platform and dropping some quality music, not even no bullshit, just some real good quality music.
Yeah, no, I agree. I liked it. Like you said, De La Soul comes from the era where they actually mastered and mixed albums and didn't just put them out. You know, you listen to recent shit and you got to change the volume from track to track because sometimes it's too not loud enough. Sometimes it's way too loud. Bass is all distorted and crazy. You know, they put some work into it, definitely. And it's refreshing, man. You don't really make rap albums like this anymore. So I enjoyed it. Now, I got to say about the Nas and DJ Premier album that's coming out later. I want to say this month maybe or soon.
It might be next week, I want to say.
Next week, maybe.
Make sure it ain't dropped today. I don't think it dropped today.
I saw 7th or something, December 7th. That's not a Friday, so I don't know. But we'll give that a shot and talk about it next week. Yeah. But I'm a little worried, man, because the DJ Premier beats I heard on this album, they weren't bad, but they're not primo beats, man. You know that when you see the name DJ Premier on the production list, you'll go right to that song because you're like, man, you're thinking of all the classic shit he put out. And this new stuff, while it's not bad, it don't hit like fucking Nas is like. It don't hit like Common the Sixth Sense. It don't hit like Kick in the Door, Biggie. It like I'm looking for that Premier. What happened to him? I need some hard shit. And that's what I'm a little worried about, man. I'm like, if you do a whole Nas album, I need at least 3 tracks that like just the hard classic Premier type shit. And I'm not hearing that yet in any of these newer DJ Premier produced songs. So I'm a little worried, man. Don't get yourself done up by what was it? It wasn't Hit Boy did the other Nas out. Yeah, don't get yourself done up by Hit Boy. Yeah. Don't get yourself done up by Hit Boy. Don't let Hit Boy outproduce you. DJ Premier, go into crates. I don't care how much the sampling fee costs. Pay it. All right. I want to hear some hard shit with the Nas and Premier album.
Yeah, I agree with you. He don't need to be experimental. Don't try nothing new. Just lock back in. Even if you got to use the old fucking equipment you used to have. Yeah. Hey, go back to that, man, and just lock in because this shit probably should have happened 30 years ago. But if it's happening now, man, get the people what they want, what they've been wanting for 30 years.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. We'll break it down, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little worried. That's all I'm saying. I'm a little worried. The Premier stuff I've been hearing, really, like I said, it's not bad, but it kind of sounds like modern day Alchemist. You know, modern day Alchemist is still good, but he ain't got nothing like Keep It Thorough.
Yeah.
You know, that Alchemist is gone. Unfortunately.
He was trying to pay the bills with that album, man.
Yeah. Fucking even Return the Mac. That Alchemist ain't here anymore. That what's that Lock song he had? We Gonna Make It.
Yeah.
Like that's the Alchemist has been gone. But he still makes good songs and the beats sound clean, but it don't sound like that anymore. And that's Premier. You need to lock in, man. You gotta lock in, bro.
Yeah, I hope he like. I like what Nas is doing though, man. Just kind of just the whole locking in with one producer.
Mm-hmm.
Putting out a project. I like that, man. I'm trying to think of somebody else Nas can work with where I'd be like, ooh, like I think hell, Alchemist. I would like to see
Yeah.
Nas and Alchemist work on something like that.
Same here.
It would be great if fucking Jay-Z do some shit like that, but I know that's long
Yeah,
gone.
I've given up on that. I've given up on that.
Yeah, that's long gone. But
I like to hear Nas over Madlib. I think that could be dope.
That would be dope.
So
yeah, no, I would like that. Just imagine if Nas was doing this type of shit in his prime, man. We'd probably be having a whole different conversation about Nas.
No, 100%, man. If he just if he had a better ear for beat, I think I would be a bigger Nas fan in general if he had a better ear for beats.
Yeah.
I think that's always been the knock against him. And that's why I can't I like the singles he puts out, but then I listen to the album, I'm gonna be like, ugh.
Yeah.
So, but Jay-Z, I'm not gonna say every Jay-Z beat his age well, but I think in general he had a better ear for shit that sounded good and shit that he could rap over. So that's been my main thing that kept me from being a real Nas fan. Just when you put in his album, you got to skip a lot to get the shit you like.
Yeah, his shit like Cam said, well, nobody playing no Nas in no clubs and nothing like that. I mean, he lyrically it was good, but just his beat selection was a snooze fest, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think he's better now, and hopefully him and Premier lock in for this album that comes out I think at some point this month. So yeah, we'll give it a listen and see how it goes.
Yeah. Real quick, what's not coming out? Apparently been pushed back again was Grand Theft Auto 6.
Wait, again?
I think I saw something that said they pushed it back again. What was the latest date that you saw?
I thought I saw November 2026.
Okay, I think that might have been it. I thought I seen something that said it was pushed back again.
Let me see.
That could have been fake. But yeah, did we talk about that?
I think we did. It got pushed back to November 19th.
Okay.
We talked about that last time.
Okay.
So I mean it's still a long wait, but
yeah,
it's I don't know. I'm worried about gaming stuff too in general, because now they got everything jacking up the prices. If you want to build a gaming PC right now, it's tough because the RAM prices are out the roof now. And I think the PS6, whenever that shit will come out, that's probably gonna be like $1,000 or something crazy like that. These prices of these fucking AI companies are buying up all this shit, and the price of the tariffs and all this stuff, it's rough, man.
Yeah.
So I just hope Grand Theft Auto 6 ain't no $100 game or some stupid shit like that. So
yeah. I feel like by the time that shit come out, it's gonna be on PS6.
Damn near, man. Damn near. So
yeah.
We'll see, man. But yeah, I haven't been really playing any games lately. I've been playing some old shit, but nothing really new recently, man. Nothing big has come out. And I think games just take too long to come out in general. Like, we need shit. I was thinking about, how quick Grand Theft Auto used to come out. There used to be damn near a new Grand Theft Auto every year.
Yeah.
It was Grand Theft Auto 3, then Vice City and San Andreas. I want to say that was like a 5-year span. We got 3 Grand Theft Auto games.
Yeah.
And now we got to wait 15 years between Grand Theft Auto 5 and 6. Shit's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
I kind of want to go back and play some of them games. The San Andreas and the Vice City and all that shit. Vice City was the game, man.
Yeah.
Man, I know a lot of people always look at San Andreas. But man, Vice City, man, that was a different type of Grand Theft Auto, man. Everybody was trying to play that game, man.
Yeah, that 80s vibe, that Miami Vice shit, the music, the soundtrack, doing drive-bys with Michael Jackson playing in the fucking road. It was fun, man.
Yeah.
Yep. I think look, when you go back, you're gonna definitely feel like it's an old game. The controls ain't what we're used to now, and you got to wait to load and shit. But I like playing old games, man. It's like watching an old movie, you know. Maybe the special effects ain't as good as they are now, but I think those old games had like a soul to them that new games don't. You know, you could feel like these people had fun making this game. Now you play a new game and it feels like some corporate bullshit. Like everything kind of looks the same now. But back then, you really feel like they have fun making the game, and the story is good and it's fun to play, and just a lot of bullshit. You could do whatever you want in Grand Theft Auto, and it's it's just it's fun to go back and play old shit. So I do enjoy that.
Yeah, I might have to do that. Just go back and play it.
Yep. All right, that might be about it for this week. I was thinking of we'll do another podcast this month and maybe do our year-end wrap up then, because this one been going on for a while. So we'll hook up again and talk about the year in review. We'll do a talk about our favorite albums of the year and all that good year-end wrap up shit next time. So go ahead and wrap this one up. Appreciate all y'all for tapping in, joining us, listening to us, wherever you and however you're listening to us. Make sure, of course, to tap in Sports Radio 610, 10 to 2, Figgy Fig, In the Loop, 120, Figgy Fig's mixtape. I actually caught your mixtape last week, I want to say it was. I was in the car at the right time. And it was really funny, man. So I always enjoy that segment.
Yeah, what was I talking about?
I forgot. But I was something funny, but I forgot what it was, man. I want to say, I can't remember any of it now, but I remember I thought it was funny when I heard it. But I want to say it was like last Thursday, but it's gonna come to me, I'm sure, after the podcast is done. But I can't think of it now. It was good shit.
Okay, appreciate it, man. Yeah.
So see y'all next time, and until then,
peace.